My name is Syed. The topic of this presentation is how can I reduce my environmental footprint. Focus will be on reducing my footprint by taking public transport to work versus driving. What does environmental footprint mean? The concept of an environmental footprint is relatively new, and due to differing opinion on what exactly it is, the topic can often seem confusing like many environmental issues. The term has been debated and muddled with different opinion on what it means, what it includes, and the application for our purposes. However, we will use definition from Cambridge Business English Dictionary. The effect that a person, company, activity, etc. has on the environment, for example, the amount of natural resources that they use and the amount of harmful gases that they produce. The definition could be explained better in this diagram. The ecological footprint measures how fast we consume resources and generate waste compared to how fast nature can absorb our waste and generate new resources. The footprint represents two sides of the balance sheet. On the asset side, biocapacity represents the planet's biological productive land areas, including our forests, pastures, cropland, and fisheries. These areas, especially if left unharvested, can also absorb much of the waste we generate, especially our carbon emission. Areas that make up footprint: energy, water, waste. How can we reduce the footprint? Step 1. Find out ecological footprint of the world and Australia to compare with. Step 2. Take a quiz. Use footprint calculator to find out my impact on the environmental footprint. Step 3. Plan to reduce environmental footprint. Brainstorm different ideas to help lower my environmental footprint. Cut down on electricity. Use less water. Reduce consumables. Reduce transport footprint. Pick one activity that has major impact on my footprint: driving a car to work. Calculate environmental footprint for this activity. Find solution to lower the impact. World Ecological Footprint Living Planet Report 2014. World Ecological Footprint shows that 1.5 Earth would be required to meet the demand humanity makes on nature each year. Between 1970 and 2010, the population sizes of vertebrate species have dropped by half. WWF's Found Living Planet Report 2014 found in 2010 the global ecological footprint was 18.1 billion global hectare or 2.6 global hectare per capita. Earth total biocapacity was 12 billion GHA or 1.7 GHA per capita. This means that Earth population needed 18 billion hectare of productive land in order to provide each and every person with the resources they require to support their lifestyle and to absorb the waste they produce. The bad news is that there were only 12 billion global hectare available. This means that in 2010 people use about 50% more natural resources than the planet could generate. The message is clear and urgent: we need to consume less if we are to live within the regenerative capacity of the earth. Ecological footprint biocapacity in Australia since 1961. Technological advances have raised the planet's total biocapacity from 9.9 to 1 to 12 billion GHA between 1961 and 2010. However, during that period, the human population has risen from 3.1 billion to 7 billion people, reducing the available biocapacity. Carbon has been the dominant component of humanity ecological footprint for more than a half a century. In 1961, carbon was 36% of our total footprint, but by 2010 it comprised 53%. Ecological footprint by consumption category for Australia. According to Global Footprint Network Statistical Resources, in Australia we are consuming more than 3 times our fair share of the planet's nature resources. On a global scale, Australia has one of the largest environmental footprint per capita in the world. requiring 6.25 global hectare per person. If the rest of the world lived like we do in Australia, we would need the regenerative capacity of 3.6 Earth to sustain our demand on nature. As can be seen in diagram in the year 2003-2004, the approximate contribution of the various components were food 24%, goods 17%, shelter 13%, mobility 11%, etc. Overconsumption, our life, our way of life in Australia is threatening by future of our planet. We have been exceeding the Earth's ability to support our lifestyle. Habitats are being destroyed. Our soils and waterways are being degraded. The balance must be restored. How is ecological footprint calculated? By using these formulas. Information required to calculate transportation footprint, method of transportation, various energy utilized, waste or toxin produced, material required, distance traveled. How big is my car? Before starting the calculation, I I I like to read the note. This is an underestimate as I did not factor in the footprint of the car itself or the maintenance of the car. What is the effect of carpooling? There is only one person, that is me, making the commute. If I share this commute with another person, each of our commuting footprint is cut in half. The reduction is from 1.65 to 1.82 acres and from 36% to 13%. If three or more people share the commute, the reduction would be even greater. So similarly, distance travel here, 30-mile trip, 5 days a week. The difference is car efficiency is 20 miles per gallon. 30 miles per day multiplied by 5 days, 150 miles. So however, we got the result is 1.25 12.5419 hectare at the end. The footprints are 12.5419 hectare by using the car. If we use the footprint of the public transport, then we got the result half. So that means, so that means significant reduced ecological footprint would need to make lower resource intensity lifestyle choices in all of these areas. Some of the things we can do: reduce your transport footprint, save money to protect our environment. When getting from A to B, reduce your car use, car share, offset your car emission. Thank you very much.